Hey guys, I have another story for you. You know how I love telling you stories of things that happened to me because I don't know, man. I have stories to tell like crazy because a lot of shit happens to me. Okay, so I'm at this club and I'm talking to this girl, this really hot girl. Okay, and we're talking, we're vibing, everything's going well. And she said, "Hey, who are you here with?" And I say, "I'm here with my best friend." And I keep going. And she said, "Oh, but where is your best friend?" I said, "He's here. Don't you see him?" And she said, "No, no, no. Where is your best friend?" I said, "Are you blind? Don't you see him? He's right here." And she said, "Come on, stop playing. Where is your best friend?" I said, "Right here." Hey guys, skills at the skillsmethod.com, that's for seduction.com. As always, a big shout out to all the hustlers, bustlers, players, pimps, puas, national, gigolos, max, playboys, fuckboys, fuck everybody. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about something that is really bothering me, especially now with the COVID-19, where more people, I'm doing more Instagram, I'm doing more online dating, etc. Okay, and it's crazy what's going on. 6 years ago, I made a video uh, talking about debunking the club hottie. I'm gonna put a link at the end of this video. In that video, I show the different things that women do to enhance the appearance at the clubs, like high heels, makeup, um, putting, you know, lifts on the bras for the cleavage, etc. But that video looks legit compared to what women are doing right now. Right now, is is out of hand because right now what's going on is that women are using filters, but the filters that they're using is the are the ones from an app that is called Snapchat. So that app, what it does, it totally changes the women appearance, like a Photoshop version of the girl. But the appearance is so fake that the gear will go. I mean, it's not even that they go up in point. It's just a different woman. It's really crazy. It's like a five. There is no more fives. Any five can be now. Every five is a ten now. If it's on Instagram, on dating apps, or and things like that. Especially Instagram and Snapchat dating apps. Okay. Okay, let me tell you a story of what happened to me recently. I'm gonna give you a couple of stories. So the first one is this. Okay, so I go to this barber shop, right? There is, I always go there to do my beard. And there is a female, like a female, like a saloon hairdresser, whatever. And she's always like giving me IOIs. IOIs means indication of interest. So she's always like when giving me proximity or coming to my barber when I'm there or interacting with me. And I was like, I didn't never pay attention to that, like really like I was like, But then I saw something in her. I said, why? You know what? If I grab this girl and in 3 months, I can do my fix it upper game, and I can take her. I can. She's a diamond in the rough. Ah, okay. Let me get to the point. Okay. So what happened is that there was a competition, like like one of those barbers saloon competitions, and my barber was announcing it in Instagram, and I got curious, and I went to her Instagram, and she had like 50,000 followers, some shit like that. And the girl that kind of was giving me iOS and the girl from Instagram were a totally different girl. The girl on the barber shop was like, what, like a 7. She has the potential to go to like a 9. Like she needs to lose. We fixed it up her game. She needs to go to the gym and lose about 20 pounds. But the girl that I saw on the Instagram was like a 9 or a 10. And she has 50,000 followers, all these gorgeous pictures. I mean, I didn't know who that. I mean, she was like a 10. I'm telling you, she was like a 10 on Instagram. And after I saw that, I got a little intimidated. So it fucked with my head. I got a little bit intimidated. You know what I'm saying? And but anyways, let me tell you another story. Let me tell you another story. Yeah, okay. So when there was a time that the night game started dying, couple of years back. The the nightlife was having a big transformation, and I was coming out of a 10-year breakup with one of my main girls, and I took it hard, and this seducer named Pure Evil, he told me, "Hey, try online dating." So I went and tried online dating and shit, and there was this girl, gorgeous girl, totally my type, my 10. Um, I met her in person. I dumped all my girls. I dumped all the girls that I was dating because I said, "Oh shit, this is the one." Stupid. Yeah, I was going through a period. Those periods after the breakup that you want to stop being a player and you want a girlfriend and all that shit. You know, you guys know what goes on. Okay, you go into a little stupid delusion period. So I dumped all my girls. I was with a girl, and then I met her in person. Barely a 6. All right. Another story. I have this female friend that she hooks me up with a lot of girls and shit, and all the time she send me pictures. So since she hooks me up with so many girls, right? I get confused. Like, oh, so this is the girl, but sometimes it's her, but it doesn't look nothing like her, nothing like her. Okay, so what women are doing now is that they're taking the filters from a snapshot, and they're taking pictures from a snapshot, and they're putting those pictures in Instagram. So the reality, the, who they are is a delusion. So they're inflating their value. So a 6 thinks she's like a 9 because in Instagram she's actually a 9, but in reality she's like barely a 5 or a 6. So it causes a distortion of her identity. That's my take, man. It's crazy what's going on, okay? All right, now, guys. So we are seducers, okay? So we are not here to bitch and complain to find excuses, but this is another reason why a lot of us, a lot of the school seducers, we favor a cold approach pickup versus online game or Instagram and social media game. This is one of the reasons. Okay, another reason you want to avoid a little bit of social media game. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you in which instances to use it because there are a lot of guys that I know that are using Snapchat, Instagram, and all that shit to their advantage. Okay, but what I'm saying is, when you meet a girl from cold approach, if you got the girl from cold approach, okay, not from social media, but from cold approach, or if it's a girl from social circle that you don't have in Instagram or Facebook, I think it's a better strategy from a seduction standpoint to avoid uh, her having access to your social media. For example, the girl that I'm dating now for the last 2 years, she's not in my Instagram, she's not in my Facebook. The previous girl that I was dating either, and the previous one. So the last four girls that I dated, the last four main girls that I had, they have no access to my social media. I do that to avoid mainly to avoid drama. Okay, um, uh, I mean when so to avoid drama. I gave an example of Justin Bieber that he was having issues with his sweetheart, and it all happened because of social media. So social media cause drama in relationships. So one good strategy if you have like a man or a girlfriend is to you know to try to avoid social media. Now, if you meet a girl from cold approach and she asks you to exchange Instagram or Facebook something, just tell her like, hey, I used to have those things and I still have them, but I rather exchange numbers and text each other because that's a huge distraction. So use that and better get her number and text her, and do text game because you want to compete in a fair territory and you don't want to go to her Instagram and get a little bit, it can get in your head, intimidated, and your perception of her is gonna be also an illusion because she's not a freaking 10. All right, her ego and all these guys kissing her ass and pressing likes and all that shit and all these guys drooling over them. So you don't want it. You don't want to compete in that territory. Like in Game of Thrones, right? Like Game of Thrones or any battle, you wanna you wanna you wanna use the territory where you're gonna do the fight or the seduction in a fair or an advantageous territory. So I don't think Instagram, from a cold approach standpoint, or Facebook or any of that, I don't think it's advantageous. Also, it kills the curiosity. When the girl doesn't have your social media or anything, she can project into you this cool guy, and she can imagine that your social media is, that you are such a cool guy, and project positive attributes onto you. Versus if you go to a social media of a guy and he barely has any followers, like me. My social media, I look like a virgin. Any pictures or any followers or anything like that. So you don't want her, you don't want to cock block yourself even more either. Okay, so when to use social media? When to use social media? You should use social media if you have at least over 1,000 followers, over 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 followers. That will be in those cases. Like I have a friend of mine. He has like 11,000 followers. He just does Instagram. He gets a lot of girls through Instagram, but again, he has 11,000 followers and he's always uploading pics, so he's acting like a chick, he has a nice body and all that, but I do better than him on cold approach. So, but in that case, if you have a large following and if you haven't, and you like to take pictures and you're good photogenic, then go ahead and use Instagram to your advantage. I personally wouldn't. Okay, I don't. Because there was a point of time that I was debating should I invest into getting Instagram because I have like 7,000 followers in YouTube and I have a big following on forums, so I can probably inflate my Instagram, but I was looking at it and I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to compete with Dan Balserian. I don't want to compete with guys like that. It's just the ROI, which is the return on investments. I don't think it's there for Instagram. I think Instagram is good if I would invest in Instagram if for business purposes or something like that, but not just to get a freaking girl that is a fucking 6 or 7 thinking she's a 10. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's not worth it. you know, and the tents, you know, with fans only or whatever it's called. I, I don't have time for that shit. I don't think for us for collab. I don't think that again the ROI is there. All right, guys. So that's all I have. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a bunch of samples of what I'm talking about, so you guys can see um, how what women are doing with this social media, the reality versus what really goes on. Okay. Hey guys, I'll see you at the end. Guys, as always, like, subscribe. I'm not for everybody. If you don't like it, um, on my left now because my right one is reproductive. Get the fuck out.